Hey everyone, welcome back to Sidekick English, the podcast that helps you learn English in a fun and easy way. If you're new here, I'm Maya.
And I'm Theo. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to Sidekick English, hit the like button, and share this podcast with your friends. It really helps our channel, and it helps more people learn English.
Today we are talking about sports. Talking about sports is very common in English. People talk about sports at work, at school, at parties, everywhere.
So today, we will help you talk about sports in English. We will keep it simple for beginners, but also fun. You can just listen and enjoy. No stress.
Okay, Theo, first question. Do you like sports?
Yes, I do. I like sports, but I'm not very good at sports. I like watching sports more than playing sports.
Same here. I like sports, but I am not a professional athlete. I am more like a professional potato on the sofa.
A very talented sofa potato.
Thank you. That is the only gold medal I will ever win. So let's help our listeners with some basic sentences to talk about sports.
Good idea. Let's start with a simple structure. To talk about sports, you can say, I like, and then the sport. For example, I like football. I like basketball. I like tennis.
You can also say, I don't like, for sports you don't enjoy. For example, I don't like golf. I don't like boxing. Maybe you don't like very violent sports.
And you can say, I love if you really enjoy a sport. For example, I love swimming. I love volleyball.
You could also say, I hate for a very strong negative feeling. For example, I hate running. Actually, I really hate running. Why is it so hard?
Running is just walking, but the ground is angry at you.
Exactly. So we use like, love, don't like, and hate to talk about sports. Let's give more examples.
I like football. I love watching the World Cup. I don't like golf. I think it's boring. I hate running because I get tired very fast.
I like swimming. I love dancing. I don't like boxing. I hate rugby. It looks dangerous for my very fragile face.
So now, another question. Do you play any sports?
I play tennis. Not very well, but I play. I also do yoga. Is yoga a sport?
I think so. It is physical activity. You move your body. You use muscles. For me, yes, it's a sport.
Great, then I am an athlete. I also go running sometimes, but very slowly. I run so slowly that old ladies with shopping bags pass me.
They are secret Olympic champions. For me, I play football with my friends on the weekend, and I go swimming once a week. But I don't go to the gym. The gym is my natural enemy.
The gym is like, lift this heavy thing. And I'm like, why? Who wants this?
Let's give some useful questions to talk about sports. For example, do you play any sports? This is a very common question.
And you can answer, yes, I play, and the sport. For example, yes, I play basketball, or yes, I play tennis. You can also say, yes, I go swimming. Yes, I go running. Yes, I go cycling.
For some sports, we use play, like play football, play basketball, play tennis, play volleyball, play baseball. For other activities, we use go, like go running, go swimming, go cycling, go skiing, go snowboarding.
And for some sports, we use do. For example, do yoga, do karate, do judo, do gymnastics, do aerobics.
So you can say, I play football, I go running, I do yoga.
Let's talk about watching sports now. Many people don't play sports, but they like to watch sports on TV or in a stadium.
A good question is, do you watch sports? You can also ask, what sports do you watch? Or, what's your favorite sport to watch?
Theo, what's your favorite sport to watch?
My favorite sport to watch is football. I like big tournaments, like the World Cup or the Champions League. It's very exciting. What about you?
My favorite sport to watch is tennis. I love watching big tournaments like Wimbledon. The players are so fast, and they are so calm, but also angry at the same time. It's beautiful and scary.
You can say, my favorite sport is, and then the sport. For example, my favorite sport is basketball, or my favorite sport is swimming.
You can also say, my favorite team is, for example, my favorite team is Real Madrid. My favorite team is the Lakers. It depends on the sport.
And if you like a person, not a team, you can say, my favorite player is, for example, my favorite player is Messi. My favorite player is Serena Williams.
Let's talk about how often we do sports. We can use phrases like every day, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, on the weekend, sometimes, never.
For example, I can say, I play football once a week. That means 1 time every week. I go swimming twice a week. That means 2 times every week. I sometimes watch basketball. That means not often, but sometimes.
I can say I do yoga 3 times a week. I go running on the weekend. I never play golf. Never. 0. Golf and I are not friends.
So a good question is, how often do you play sports? Or how often do you exercise? Exercise means general physical activity.
And you can answer, I exercise every day. I exercise twice a week. I exercise on Saturdays. Or maybe, I don't exercise. I should, but I don't.
That last one is very honest.
It's also very me sometimes.
Now, let's describe why we like or don't like a sport. You can use simple adjectives like fun, boring, exciting, dangerous, difficult, easy, relaxing, good for your health.
For example, I can say, I like swimming because it's relaxing. I like yoga because it's good for my health. I don't like boxing because it's dangerous.
I can say, I like football because it's fun and exciting. I don't like golf because it's boring for me. I like swimming because it's good exercise.
So the structure is, I like sport because it's adjective. Or, I don't like sport because it's adjective.
Let's give some more adjectives our listeners can use. Fun, boring, exciting, relaxing, tiring, dangerous, safe, fast, slow, difficult, easy, healthy.
For example, running is tiring. Cycling is healthy. Basketball is fast. Yoga is relaxing. Martial arts can be dangerous. Walking is easy.
Now, let's talk about where we play sports. This is also important vocabulary.
We play football on a football field or on a pitch. We play basketball on a basketball court. We play tennis on a tennis court. We go swimming in a swimming pool. We go running in the park or at the stadium, on a track.
We go to the gym to lift weights or to use machines. We go to a yoga class or a dance class in a studio. We go cycling in the city or in the countryside.
So you can say, I go to the gym. I go to the swimming pool. I run in the park. I play tennis at the club.
A good question is, where do you play sports? Or where do you usually exercise?
And you can answer, I usually exercise at the gym. I usually exercise at home. I usually play sports at school. I usually exercise in the park.
Now, some people like team sports. Some people like individual sports.
A team sport is a sport you play with other people in a team. For example, football, basketball, volleyball, rugby, baseball, hockey.
An individual sport is a sport you usually do alone. For example, tennis, running, swimming, golf, boxing, gymnastics.
But sometimes tennis is also a team sport, like doubles. You can say, I prefer team sports, or I prefer individual sports.
Maya, what do you prefer?
I prefer individual sports, because if I am bad, I only disappoint myself. In a team sport, I disappoint everybody.
I prefer team sports because I like playing with friends. And if we lose, I can say, it's not my fault, it's the team.
Very nice strategy.
Thank you.
Let's talk about school sports, too. Many people start sports at school. In English, we say PE, which means physical education.
You can say, at school, I had PE twice a week. Or in PE class, we played football and basketball. You can also say, I was good at sports at school, or I was bad at sports at school.
I was okay at sports at school. I was not the best, not the worst. I was in the middle. But I was very good at hiding behind other people when the ball came near me.
I was not very good at sports at school, but I had a lot of enthusiasm. I always tried, even when I was terrible.
Enthusiasm is important. Skill is also important, but enthusiasm is free.
Now let's talk about injuries. Sometimes sports can be dangerous, and you can hurt yourself.
Vocabulary time. Injury is when you hurt your body. For example, you can break your leg, you can twist your ankle, you can hurt your back, you can hurt your knee.
You can say, I got injured playing football, or I hurt my ankle when I was running, or I had a knee injury, so I stopped playing basketball.
I twisted my ankle once when I was playing tennis. It was very painful. I sat down and I thought, okay, sport is canceled forever.
But you still play tennis now.
Yes, but very carefully. Like an old cat.
Let's talk about big sports events. For example, the Olympics, the World Cup, the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals.
You can say, I like watching the Olympics on TV. I watch the World Cup every 4 years. I usually watch the Super Bowl with my friends.
I really enjoy the Olympics because there are many different sports. Some sports are very interesting, some I don't understand at all, but it's fun.
I like the Olympics because everybody is so serious, and I am on my sofa with snacks, doing nothing. It's a strange feeling.
Very inspiring.
Very inspiring for my snack skills, yes?
Let's also give some phrases for inviting someone to play sports with you. For example, do you want to play football this weekend? Do you want to go for a run? Do you want to go to the gym with me? Do you want to play tennis after work?
And you can answer, yes, that sounds great. Sure, why not? Maybe, I'm busy today. No thanks, I'm tired.
You can also say, maybe another time. That is a polite way to say no.
Or you can be honest and say, no thank you, I don't like running. Honesty is good, no fake jogging.
Now, let's give our listeners a small, simple conversation model about sports. Remember, you don't have to repeat, just listen.
Let's do an example. A simple conversation between two friends.
First, they can ask, do you like sports?
Then the answer, yes, I do. I like basketball and tennis.
Next question, what's your favorite sport?
Answer, my favorite sport is basketball.
Next question, do you play basketball?
Answer, yes, I play basketball every weekend with my friends.
Next, where do you play?
We play at the basketball court in the park.
Why do you like basketball?
Because it's fun and exciting, and it's good exercise.
Then you can end with, nice, maybe we can play together one day.
And the other person can say, sure, That sounds great.
That is a very simple and natural conversation about sports.
We can also do another model about watching sports.
First, do you watch sports?
Answer, yes, I do. I often watch football.
Next, what's your favorite team?
My favorite team is Liverpool.
How often do you watch football?
I watch 1 or 2 matches every week.
Do you watch alone or with friends?
I usually watch with friends in a cafe
Why do you like watching football?
because it's exciting and I love the atmosphere.
Again, this is a simple conversation, but it uses many useful phrases.
Now, let's share something personal. Theo, if you could be amazing at one sport, like really amazing, which sport would you choose?
Good question. I think I would choose basketball. It looks so cool when you can jump very high and score easily. Also, the shoes are nice.
Very important detail, the shoes. I think I would choose surfing. It looks so beautiful to be on the waves, very free, very relaxed, I am one with the ocean.
And in reality, I imagine you on the surfboard for 3 seconds, then in the water.
Yes, but those 3 seconds would be very beautiful. Then, chaos.
Let's also talk a little about being fit. Many people do sports to be fit and healthy.
Fit means your body is strong and healthy. You can say, I want to be fit. I go to the gym to stay fit. I run to keep fit.
You can also say, I do sports to lose weight, or I do sports to feel good. Sports can help your body and your mind.
When I do yoga, I feel calm after. When I run, I feel like I want to die during, but after I feel good.
That is very honest again.
Honesty is my sport.
So to talk about reasons, we use to. For example, I play tennis to stay fit. I go swimming to relax. I go to the gym to build muscle. I walk to work to get more exercise.
You can also use for. For example, I play tennis for fun. I go running for my health. I do yoga for my back.
I think now our listeners have many useful phrases to talk about sports in English.
We talked about what sports you like, what sports you play, how often you play, why you like them, where you play, and watching sports on TV.
So now you can try to talk about sports with your friends, your teacher, or other English learners, or you can just think about your answers in your head. That is also good practice.
For example, you can think, do I like sports? What is my favorite sport? Do I play any sports? How often do I exercise? Why do I like my favorite sport? Do I prefer team sports or individual sports?
You don't need to be perfect. Just try to use simple sentences. Simple is good. Simple is clear.
Before we finish, remember to subscribe to Sidekick English if you enjoyed this podcast. Click the subscribe button, like the episode, and share it with a friend who loves sports or who is learning English.
Your support helps us make more fun podcasts for you. And you can listen many times to practice your English.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
And remember, even if you are not good at sports, you can always be good at learning English.
Or good at watching sports with snacks. That is also a talent.
We will see you in the next episode of Sidekick English.
Bye for now.
Bye.